You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. My name's Michelle McDaniel. I am a personal trainer, a past theater nerd gone grown-up cosplayer, and this is my channel. My thoughts will probably offend you, where I share my thoughts that will probably offend at least one person, because that's what happens when you share your opinion. So if anything is offending you today, you might as well go into virtual rage in the comment section, because this is the place to do it. And while you're down there, you should hit that subscribe button, because I post 1 to 2 times a week. Usually 2, but sometimes even 3. Okay. Today we have a 2-part episode. We are talking about the 90-day fiance contestant, a good old nice guy who kidnapped his ex-girlfriend.
Hey, come back!
And physically harmed her. You know, just another dude that says he's a nice guy. Along with a little story time about a dumb fool that I got in a little verbal brawl with in the parking lot of Stater Brothers. Because I didn't accept his odd pickup line. Okay, let's get into this. Geoffrey Paschel, don't know if I'm saying that right, don't really care, because I don't like him. A contestant on 90 Day Fiance was arrested for allegedly kidnapping his ex-girlfriend and smashing her head against the floor. Geoffrey Paschel, 42, a man searching for love on TLC's upcoming season of 90 Day Fiance, before the 90 days, appeared in court on abuse accusations. You know, before all of that, let's see a little bit of his segment from 90 Day Fiance.
I am a hands-on man.
Yep, yes you are.
I like to change tires, I like to fix houses. I like to do anything that I can get out there and get my hands dirty.
It's gonna get some type of dirty when you're smashing someone's head against the floor.
I'm a landlord and I own several properties throughout the Knoxville area. Growing up, I was a bad boy.
Well, now you're a bad man.
Changed when I became a father. I've been married a few times and I'm raising 3 children from 2 different relationships. I also have a 4-year-old son, Caven, but my marriage with Caven's mother didn't work out. It's devastating to me.
Oh man, I really feel for him. I wonder why it didn't work out.
So many failed marriages made it really hard to trust people again.
Poor guy, I'm sure it was all 4 of your past wife's fault for it not working out. Okay, so pretty much he's got several properties, he's got some coins, he's got money. He used to be a bad boy, but now he's just a nice guy. A nice guy. Just an all-around nice guy, looking for love, looking for real love. Okay, so let's read these accusations. A petition filed by Paschel's 30-year-old ex and seeking an order of protection read, he repeatedly bashed/slammed my head into hardwood floors at my home. He dragged me through the house by my hair and continued throwing my body into walls and furniture. I know this because of blood on my walls, furniture, etc., etc. Paschel's court appearance followed his June arrest in his Tennessee hometown. He claimed his then girlfriend, who he lived with, made abuse allegations to undermine him in a child custody battle with his ex-wife, according to Knox News. Paschel was accused of disabling his ex-girlfriend's phone to prevent her from calling 911. The petition stated a local hospital found the woman to be suffering from a concussion. She also accused Paschel of pushing, hitting, choking, and verbally threatening her on multiple occurrences since 2018. His ex-wife also accused him of abuse. I'm sure they both are crazy though. According to court documents obtained by Daily Mail, that woman accused Paschel of repeatedly R-ing her. I can't say that word on YouTube. Paschel waived an arraignment during appearance in Knox County Criminal Court on charges of aggravated kidnapping, domestic assault, interference with an emergency call, and vandalism. He is set to return in court on March 26. Now, it's important to say that all of these are allegations, once again, but he did make a very interesting Instagram post that I think I should read, that I read and said, I personally think he's lying and trying to be manipulative to his audience. I have been repeatedly asked why I would ever want to be on a show, the best show FYI, where my life would be put in front of everyone to pick apart, especially with my checkered past. Well, guys, it is my past, it is my life, it is my choice. If we were all the same, thought the same, looked the same, or acted the same, how lame would that be? My closed up life was the only way I knew to live. I had so much about myself, whether it be my age, my history, or even my relationships. What's crazier, whacked up way could I have done it any better than blasting it out there? With the path I chose, it cannot ever be reversed. Everything about me is out there for the world to see. Whether it is true or fantasy, I can never go back. And honestly, I would not have it any different. I mean, he never said he didn't do it. It just kind of sounds like a manipulative, unclear statement of maybe I did it, maybe I didn't, it's in the past, which it is, but dang if it's real. Because those are some very deep accusations, and if someone was saying that about me, I would be saying, no, I didn't do it. Not maybe I did it. Anyway, it was very weird and I wanted to tell you guys about a nice guy with some very serious accusations. So since we're on the topic of nice guys, I thought I would tell you about a nice guy, just a nice guy that I had the pleasure of running into in the parking lot of Stater Brothers. But first, ladies and men, tell me if there was an instance where someone hit on you and you just weren't feeling it and you politely declined and shit hit the fan. All right, it's story time. So I was having a lovely day of going to the store and getting ingredients that I needed for a rye sandwich with a side of hot Cheetos for my cheat meal. I had a great time. I love grocery shopping. The people in the store kind of know me because I'm always there buying food. And it was just a normal day of me getting my healthy food along with my cheat meal food. I chit-chatted with the cashier. A man came up to me and said, "Wow, you work really hard for your body." I said, "Thank you," because that's something very nice to say. And I started walking out the store, minding my own little 5'2" hobbit business. And as I'm walking out the store, a man is walking out the store as well. He looks like Yogi Bear.
Boo-boo! I think it's time I introduce myself to that picnic basket.
But wearing those old man shoes and socks right below his knees. Huge gut and walked with his feet out, which triggers me because I'm a personal trainer, because my God, that is not good alignment. Anyway, I'm rushing out the store so I can get to my hot Cheetos and sandwich while I watch Black Clover, and the guy says, "What's a pretty woman like you out here not married?" And I turn and say, "Excuse me? How is a woman like you out here not married? What does my looks have anything to do with my marital status? I'm just saying, if I was single, I would marry you." So I say, "Oh, I get it. Okay, well to that I would say no thank you. Have a good day, sir." And I take my shopping cart and start walking to my car. And he starts trying to walk with me in the direction to my car. Stranger danger alerts all the way in my head. And he keeps saying, "I'm just saying, if I was single, I would marry you. You shouldn't be single." Because, you know, he's just being a nice guy. He's telling me if he was single, he'd totally date me. Nice guys go to random girls in the parking lot and try to follow them to their car and say, I would date you if I was single," repeatedly. And I say, "Okay, I wouldn't date you though. That's the thing." And he stops dead in his tracks and say, "Well, what does that have to do with anything?" It has to do with me not wanting to date you if you were single, or right now, or ever. And so I tell him, "Have a good day, sir." And so I'm unlocking my car and he says, "Yeah, you have a good day too. And change your fucking attitude and learn how to take a compliment." Revenge. And I say, "Sir, I don't want your compliment, so take it and leave me alone." And he starts yelling, angry, evil face. And I am screaming, "Sir, if someone doesn't want your compliment, then just go away. It's very easy. Take your hexagon ass and leave them alone. Why are you upset? Change your attitude. I said if I was single. I'm married." Oh, okay. You said if you were single. Aha! I get it. I am so sorry, sir. So I say, "You're not getting it. I don't care if you were not married. It's not the fact that you are married. It's the fact that I find you repulsive." Oh, I didn't even eat my hot Cheetos yet and I was feeling spicy. So he's extremely upset and furious, calling me names, saying I need to change my attitude. Basically, I am supposed to accept his hypothetical marriage proposal because he's a nice guy. And then something shifts in my head and I get crazy because I'm freaking tired of talking to this random man and I don't have to. So I start screaming and I have a very loud voice. "Go home to your wife!" Way louder than that. But you know, I'm trying to save the ears of the earphone people. So he now starts to walk to his car now that I'm screaming and acting like a raving lunatic, which is completely appropriate when someone is following you to your car. And as he's walking to his car, he's still yelling at me, telling me to change my attitude, telling me that I need to learn how to take a fucking compliment. All while I'm yelling, "Go home to your wife," and everybody around the parking lot is like, so he gets in his car with his little funked up face, looking all upset because I didn't take his, once again, hypothetical marriage proposal. And then he has to drive up roll his window down and say, "I hope I ruined your fucking day." Sir, you did nothing to my day. I'm pretty sure I ruined yours since you got all upset that I didn't love your odd comments. But before I could even say anything, he just speeds off, almost runs over somebody because he didn't check both ways because of his huge ego. He didn't want to hear what I had to say. You guys, if I was Medusa, he would have gotten his neck juice sucked out by my snake hair and then slowly turned into stone. And as his face is turning into stone, I will stand over him and say, "I hope I ruined your fucking day." And then he would die. Anyway, you know those nice guys that slide into your DMs and they compliment you, or they just say something extremely gross and sexual and you say, "Yeah, no thank you," and then all of a sudden a switch goes off and they get pissed? Yeah, they are real. They walk among us, and I just experienced one in mid-daylight in the middle of a parking lot outside of a grocery store who looks like Yogi Bear. The fact that I needed to change my attitude to him, like what other option did I have in that situation to react, right? "Oh, thank you, sir. If you were single, you would marry me." Oh my god, that is my life goal, that some random man in a parking lot would just say that he would marry me. Thank you for stopping me in a parking lot and following me to my car. Oh my god. Thank you, Sky Daddy. My prayers have been answered. If you are a person, male or female, that hits on anyone and they say, "Oh no, thank you," and you get upset, you are mold. You are the mold that I just found on my last apple downstairs. I hate you. I really wanted to eat that apple, but now your nasty mold self is all up on it. And let's just say that a female version of him walked up to him randomly in a parking lot and said, "If I was single, I'd marry you." He'd probably be like, "What are you talking about?" I get a few guys in my comment section whenever I make videos like this of me, you know, being like, "No thank you" to certain men. And they always say, "Michelle is so selective with which guy can hit on her." Damn right I am, you fragile, sensitive little bitch. If I am not interested in you, or you say an inappropriate comment that I do not like, you are not going to get some awkward forced laughter from me. It is not my job to stroke your weird ego. You get a no thank you, and if that offends you, too bad. Let it. You small, insecure mutant gremlin. If you shoot your shot and your bullet gets sucked up like Kirby does in battle, take it like a man or a woman and move on. Otherwise, you're gross. Okay, well that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. I've been on the flex since flex on.